Data breach T-Mobile revealed last August.
The fallout from this massive data breach is
all of the health insurers' 3.9 million customers in the hands of hackers.
We live in an age where everyone is sensitive to the question of privacy. Yet more and more, data is moving to fewer and fewer data centers operated by only a handful of corporations. Why is it that society requires checks and balances for political power, but is okay with unchecked centralization of technological power? How is it that companies can know everything about us, yet we know essentially nothing about them? Technology has concentrated power in the hands of a few at the expense of the many. We're being manipulated by algorithms. Our private information is being collected into massive silos that we cannot access. Our personal data has become a commodity. Who controls it and what they plan on doing with it matters more now than ever before. Just sit here. My name is Mo Bala. I'm the founder and CEO of Fractal Networks. Our mission is to restore digital privacy by putting the user in control of their personal data. The way we communicate online is broken. So take your iPhone, for example. Say you want to share a note between your phone and your laptop. Today, a cloud provider inserts itself between your phone and your laptop to facilitate the transfer of that information at the expense of your privacy. Essentially hand over access to that information in exchange for the convenience of being able to share it between your devices. We think this is unnecessary. The tools we need to solve these problems are readily available, yet they're not easy to use. Our goal is to reinvigorate personal computing by giving the end user full control over their personal data by making self-hosting accessible to a broader audience. We're developing a free and open source operating system called Fractal Network OS. It's a network operating system that allows you to combine your existing computers into a mesh network, and applications can be installed across that network and provide the reliability of the cloud with privacy of the home. In our mind, there's really only one way to solve the data ownership, data privacy, data security problem, and that is by giving the individual agency over that data and keeping that data in the possession of the individual and not handing it over to a third party under any circumstances.
My name is Patrick Elson. I'm an infrastructure engineer at Fractal Networks. My main responsibilities are the backend side of Fractal storage and Fractal connectivity. At Fractal Networks, we're trying to create an app store for the internet. We are envisioning a platform where you can install and run applications, personal applications, and a place where developers can create and sell them to you. The difference is that these applications are designed to run on hardware that you fully own and control. There already exist platforms that do similar things, and we have explored some of them. But we have found that most of them do not solve all of the issues that need to be solved for this to be something viable. For example, they do not solve the issues such as backing up data or failing over applications, or they're so complicated that they need to be used by experienced sysadmins. We want to create a platform that can be used by anyone, a platform that provides the same stability, reliability, and ease of use as existing cloud platforms. But unlike cloud providers, we want it to be built on values such as privacy, end-to-end encryption, and freedom in a way that it cannot be taken away from you. Our vision is that at some point, everybody owns a Fractal device that runs all of their personal applications. This could be a little box about the size of a Wi-Fi router, or it could be an old laptop or an old computer that's repurposed. The Fractal device uses 3 interesting technologies that we have developed that makes it different from the competitors. One of which is Fractal connectivity. This gives your applications a unique domain name that you can use to reach them from the internet. When hosting applications at home, you do not have the same connectivity as, for example, cloud providers do. For this reason, we offer a gateway, which is a server that your Fractal device connects to using a protocol called WireGuard, which is a VPN protocol. This protocol establishes a tunnel between the gateway and your device. Any requests that are incoming are transparently sent through this tunnel to your device. What's very interesting about this is that it's end-to-end encrypted, meaning that we cannot look at your data. When it comes to running self-hosted applications, your data is the most valuable asset. You don't want to lose it, and you don't want others to be able to access it. For this reason, we have built Fractal Storage. At its core, this is a backup solution that continuously backs up your data. We use B3FS, which is a file system for Linux that has some very interesting properties. It allows us to take snapshots of your data, which are basically points in time of the application state. We can do this very cheaply and very efficiently, so we can do it often. In fact, we do it once every minute. Every time we take a snapshot, we export the difference between this snapshot and the previous one, encrypt that, and store it. This means that if your application, your hardware, your internet, or your power dies, you can lose at most 1 minute worth of your application state. What it also enables us is to take an application running on one device and move it to another device, simply by deleting on the first device and recreating it from the snapshots on the second device. When self-hosting applications, things don't always go to plan. Sometimes you might lose your internet connectivity, sometimes you might lose power, or sometimes you might experience hardware failures. What Fractal Hive does is it uses Fractal Storage's properties in that it lets us move an application state from one device to another, and it uses Fractal Connectivity's properties, which means that we can route requests to another device. It monitors your application's health, and if it detects any issues, it automates the process of failing an application over from one Fractal device to another. This ensures that your applications are always reachable, even if something unexpected happens. At Fractal Networks, we are concerned about the directions that the internet is heading into with centralization and the loss of personal privacy. And we strongly believe that our technologies will help empower people to run their own applications, to take back ownership of their data, and to prevent their data from being misused or stolen.